You know, one of my favorite things about developing your psychic gifts and your clairs is that it makes it a whole lot easier for you to be able to maintain boundaries, and to remove things from your life that are pulling on your energy and you may not be able to see them, which in a lot of cases are people. And, you know, a good example of this is I knew that someone was going to message me, re-enter my life, about 6 weeks ago, and I knew by name. And so I was able to prepare for it and prepare for cutting them out of my life, and grounded myself, made the decision, and then like clockwork, they ended up showing up. But because I knew they were coming, within that time, I was able to reflect on the relationship I actually had with that person. And then it dawned on me, I was like, you know what? You only like to message me when you need something, when you're lonely, and when you just want to project on someone. And that's why I'm so grateful for having clairs, because sometimes you just have interactions with people and you're not really sure why, you don't know what the lesson is, but when you're tapped into your energy and what the universe and your ancestors are trying to tell you, you have extra time and more information to be able to heal and to make decisions based on what is right for you, rather than being in your mind so much, because it's just energy. And then with time, your gifts become stronger, and that's how you are able to tell the future, be able to know you're in the right place at the right time, or you made the right decision. And it just becomes this flow of like effortless healing, of effortless manifestations. And you know, another good example of this, my glasses are falling down because my hat. For instance, I was walking through the parking lot the other day, and I just, I will get just information. I was like, oh, Pop-Tarts, and like all these things. And then like I started to hear like these birds, and like they were flying in this formation and all these things. And so I was like, okay, this is information that I need clearly for something down the road. And I like get to this spot, and the funny thing is, I like really had the urge today to put all of my stuff into my backpack, like literally everything, and then was like, Spirit will lead me to the right place. And then I found this place, and you can kind of see it behind me, and I'm gonna set up right here. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. And then off to the side were all the things that I was talking about. There was like a Pop-Tart wrapper, there were birds flying in formation, there were the geese that I had just seen, like all of these things. And so when you get into the flow of using your gifts and understanding them and interpreting them, again, it just makes your life like so much easier, and just knowing that you're always in the right place at the right time. And it makes it easier for you to like believe in your prophetic dreams and in your visions, and know that they are coming, because it happens on a day-to-day basis. It's not just like, oh, you go to sleep and you have a dream and then you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, no, you are able to see your dreams in detail, and they're revealing information to you. You can interact with them, and then you interpret them, and then you apply it to your life, and you communicate with your ancestors, you communicate with spirit. Like, it becomes like a literal life. Oh, look, they're in my cup. It becomes like a lifestyle. Like, this is now how I live. This is how many of the people I work with live, because it's easier for them. This is how we're meant to be, like at ease, happy, in tune with nature, like being at peace. And we're so far from that in many ways, at least a majority of the world, that it's time for all of us to return to our roots, return to our earth energies. And I'm actually going to be sharing a message today from the ancestors about returning to the earth, so stay tuned.